Welcome to the AT&T Access Granted Lounge backstage at PIQNIQ 2014. I'm Lauren. This is Junior Prom, Mark, and Eric.
Hello.
Welcome to our lounge.
Hello. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having us. This is. Can I just say that it's amazing?
Is it the best lounge you've ever been in?
No, but it's really nice though. I'll be honest with you. I've been to.
Thanks for being honest.
I have to be honest with you, Lauren. We have that. We're already there.
Yeah.
We're already there. I'm just being honest with you.
No.
We almost fought. You missed it.
But he's totally joking because
we worked it out.
I don't know if Mark noticed that there's a bonsai tree to his left.
I noticed that.
Yeah.
I am definitely. Well, that's not a bonsai tree though. Let's be real here.
It looks like a bonsai.
We're all about the zen.
Yeah,
you know,
no, I
because
like
you guys
it.
just worked your asses off.
Well, I was going to
PIQNIQ.
say, it's really cool in here, so that's good
Yeah.
because I'm still sweating. So
I know.
sorry about that.
Clearly.
Hey, you left it all out there.
I did. I put it
You
up
know,
there.
like the coach says, I just want to go out there and give 110%. You know what I mean? We try to work as a team, you know, and just do our best every Sunday. Is that it?
That's
All
it.
right.
So,
That's it.
so if the
All right.
whole junior prom thing doesn't work out, then you guys have a future doing ESPN interviews.
Would love to.
I think so.
We can
That's
go the
you
Drake
know,
route and do the
It's a
ESPYs.
game plan. It is.
You look good in a tux, you know, SB style.
Don't tell me.
Although you'd have big shoes to fill.
I just
Drake
wanna
did a
wear
really
the
good job.
Tuxedo shirt. I think that would be
Okay.
better. That's classier.
That's how you rock it. That's how you keep it rock
I
and roll.
think
the
it'd be good.
tuxedo,
Or just the bow tie.
the tuxedo tank top.
Let's
make
get
it
real
happen.
classy here.
All right, for next year's PIQNIQ, junior prom will show up in tuxedo tank tops
Yes.
Yeah.
and nothing else.
And nothing else. No, I like this idea. I like where our conversation's headed.
So you guys, I mean, it was a big job kicking off PIQNIQ.
You know what? It's not for the faint of heart, but I think we did our best, you
You
know?
slayed it.
And
Thank you.
I wish, I only have one regret.
What's
And
that?
it's a very small one.
Okay.
Is that the dancing bear did not come up and dance with us. I really
There
wanted
wasn't
that.
enough time.
Okay, I think that Bear was a little embarrassed because Bear came up with me to bring out Mark and Eric, and I said, pick up your feet. There's lots of wires. You guys got lots of gadgets. And Bear did not pick up his feet. So we almost took out your keyboard, half your whole box
But the
of
recovery
stuff.
was stellar.
Yes.
I mean,
It
it was
was-
like no thing. It
You
was
know,
good.
yeah, in hindsight, I think I was a little bit harsh on her on stage, and I like really regret that now because I really wanted her to come up and dance.
Well, she's still out there. You can give her a hug, a bear
I
hug.
did.
You might want to be careful. I saw her wielding a knife. So
Is her name Sheila?
let's talk about
like
that.
that?
Because we've
Speaking
been
of Sheila, put the
Oh,
knife.
Speaking
Lord.
of that, we've been playing Sheila Put the Knife Down a lot.
Thank you for
and
that.
You guys are the pioneers of this punk soul dub music.
You think we're pioneers?
Yeah. Who else is doing the punk soul dub stuff?
I
No,
mean, we'll be the
that's-
Lewis and Clark of that. If that's
mean-
if that's the cross we have to bear.
Yeah.
You kind of just melted my heart.
Why?
Because you just called us pioneers for the music we make.
Yeah.
Thank you.
He's a brave soul.
Usually when you melt someone's heart, it's a bad thing. So I'm glad.
No, you're melting my heart. As in like,
Oh,
Is heart melting a bad thing though?
I thought so.
melting hearts,
I'm
that's a
thinking
good
face
thing.
melting.
Face
no,
melting,
that's
a
different.
good thing,
and that's a
though.
good thing too.
That's a good thing too.
Yeah.
You ever seen like anthrax or? You never seen anthrax?
I only know of the disease anthrax.
You mean
The
yes.
metal band.
Yes, I have
They'll
seen
melt your
them.
face off. Trust me.
Totally. So, is this about a real ex-girlfriend? Everyone wants to know. Is it? Did you have an ex-girlfriend named Sheila? I got to be honest, I haven't heard the name Sheila in a while.
Well, Laura, I'm really glad you asked me that question because, truthfully, because we're there. I'm
Yeah.
just being dead honest.
We're
with
friends.
you know, there was no one named Sheila.
Okay.
But there was somebody whose name sounded very similar to Sheila. Had the same amount of syllables.
You're protecting.
I'm protecting myself because
Yeah,
you know,
because she's
I
obviously.
mean, I'm
a
guilty by
crazy
association.
because you don't want to.
so-
I mean, I think it's pretty clear what it's saying.
bitch. Yeah,
I think
you
who-
kind of the
there-
kind of girl you don't want to piss off.
Well, I think you know what. I can only protect myself so much,
Mm-hmm.
and name sounds so familiar that I think she knows, and I think that I
You
should
know
probably,
she knows.
Have you heard
get a
from
restraining
her?
order. You know what? I haven't.
No?
But that's because I've
probably a good
I've
thing.
changed a lot of
Thank
I've changed a lot of things in my
God.
life, Laura. I've changed how you can get a
Change
hold
your
of me.
number, change your name.
I'm not on
There's this whole
MySpace anymore. I was
procedure.
like, this is over. You know what I mean?
Speak for yourself,
So it was
buddy.
really serious.
I changed my. I was on AOL. I'm off AOL now.
All
She
right.
can't find me.
I'm glad that we're coming into the new century of non-AOL.
Well, it took me a long time, but Sheila sounded better than anyway too, because it's got the la.
It's catchy.
La.
I woke up this morning singing it.
But you know what? You don't hear the name Sheila anymore. I can only think of one person. That was really good, by the way.
Yeah.
Sheila E.
We're looking for some people to help us
Backup
sing.
dancers.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't seen you dance yet.
That's true. All right, so the EP is on iTunes, which you should go get it because it's awesome. And we've got a hashtag full length coming early next year. I saw
Hashtag full length.
Yeah.
Hashtag
Early next year.
JP.
These are we're getting into inside jokes now because
There are hints about the new album that you guys are hashtagging.
We're dropping hashtags here
Yep.
and there.
full disclosure, we spoke about this earlier and Laura agrees with me that we don't really like hashtags. They kind of make me cringe, and I saw you physically cringe when you said it's like something hashtag. So I think we're on the same page here, Laura, right?
We are.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
You are not wrong.
But
There is an
recognize-
album coming out, though.
Yes.
Sans hashtag.
I know. I gotta forget to plug what we're doing. Okay, so you know,
Would you say that you guys are perfectionists? Because I also heard that you recorded an entire album and then scrapped the whole thing, and now here we are.
well,
That was before even the EP, before Sheila Put the Knife Down.
Long before.
Yeah.
Well, I think that led us to do Sheila Put the Knife Down
Okay.
and our EP. It was kind of. It wasn't that. It wasn't like it doesn't sound right. It was like the music wasn't right. It wasn't what we wanted to be doing, and like we really wanted to be a little more adventurous and like make things sound different.
Cool.
I think what we were doing before was like just trying to write great songs, but like not really pushing it. Like, oh, let's do something that like people don't hear every day that isn't typical of rock music, pop music, whatever you want to call
Yeah,
it.
and it took us a while to figure it out because we're a twosome, and we come from traditional bands, and
Of foursome and fivesomes?
yes. But this was completely a
Quartets.
Quartets. Quintets. But this was a whole other beast because the learning curve was a lot steeper than we had anticipated. And I think it took us a year to flesh out what we were doing to arrive to the EP as far as knowing how we wanted to move forward as a twosome. And we learned a lot in the process. So
I'll say.
So, being a twosome, do you feel like there are a lot of advantages since you've been on both sides? Do you feel like you're more aerodynamic and streamlined and
That would be the word I would use.
less
It is-
people to fight with?
Well, here's the thing. It's like a lot of times up till now, it's just me and him traveling. So it doesn't really. Nobody thinks like, oh, look at those guys are definitely a band when you're in a gas station. They're like those guys perhaps are like on a road trip. They maybe even be on a
perhaps they're
honeymoon.
brothers.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Perhaps they're lovers.
Yeah.
They'll never know.
You know what I mean? But it's also close quarters.
Yeah.
It's close quarters.
Yeah.
But you know what? Me and this fellow over here, we get along.
Still love
well.
each other?
It's a brotherly
It's
love.
a brotherly love, yes.
And with that comes also deep moments of resentment and hate.
Yeah, sure.
Right?
Hey, I get it.
But it's all part of the process. I mean, yeah. I mean, we're in a room with each other essentially every day, and you know, in addition to playing shows, we're trying to finish this album that we are talking about.
Yeah.
And so as soon as we get back from Chicago, back into the studio, hopefully wrap the record before we go back on tour this fall, and then next year, well, we'll see you then.
Do you ever notice when you're around someone so much and the way they're not even doing anything to annoy you, but the way they eat,
Yeah.
like when they start to chew, you're just like.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that I
you
eat weird?
sleep.
I chew with my mouth closed.
I didn't say it was open. I'm just saying that you're
Oh, it's
around
all coming
someone.
out.
I'm not naming names here. When you're around someone so much,
Well,
and the
you
way they
guys-
eat
You know,
bothers you.
the way you eat doesn't bother me.
That's because I eat like a little tiny bird.
Yeah,
very,
in the
very
corner,
nice.
in like a little nest.
Little nest.
So, well, you guys are. It's great. We're grateful that you didn't kill each other driving, from New York to Chicago.
You know, even though it was a 12-hour drive, it was pretty manageable.
Well, I would say because you drove 4 hours.
That's true. I slept like over half the time. But
you know,
no,
we-
you know that I'm gonna do the
we
big chunk
did-
on the way back.
We did get a big help from Lauren right here. Like I said, we go way back. In that we were listening to the radio, just flipping through the channels, and we kept hearing the same song. And
Maroon 5.
And we heard the same Maroon 5 song 8 times. Thank God for that. It was great.
It's all
but
good.
after the night,
guys.
after the
Maps.
nighttime started, I was like, we need something else. There's nothing on my.
And?
And she offered up, hey, you know what?
She saved
Why
the
don't you
day.
guys get on the iHeartRadio
Laura saved the
app
day.
Yep.
and
We
listen to
did.
KQX online?
All right. I know I gotta let you guys go because you have lots of things to do, but I do have a question. We did hashtag access granted because
Yeah, you did.
hashtags. And this is from @Liz on the Edge.
That's a good name.
Liz on the edge.
Liz on the edge.
Junior prom dudes.
What
Did
up?
you go to your proms and would you go with me to mine?
No and yes.
That's what I would say. We didn't go.
Why didn't you go?
I played a show that night. I was playing. I think we were both playing in bands around in high school, and like
Total rock star.
I went
Yeah,
to all
I mean-
boys Catholic high school, so like
That
it
would
wasn't.
also explain it.
Wasn't cool.
Well, no, they had a prom, and all the other guys from it went. So I'm not saying they didn't have it.
I didn't go to my prom, but I did crash someone's junior prom, and I went with the girl who I had a crush on, so I'm like, all right, this is gonna be great. But she totally went with someone else, so it totally ended
Buddy.
wrong.
Look,
it was
why are you
wrong.
bringing
It was
us
all
down
wrong.
here?
I know.
No,
right,
this is
Debbie
not,
Downer.
no, this is
You
not a
need to-
charity.
You need to go to a prom and fix all these.
Well,
yeah, no,
terrible
we
memories.
So when is her prom? Tell her to tweet at us.
Okay.
Eric will go. He'll go instead of me because he
I'll
really
see you
needs to
there.
go.
I'll
I
see
think
you
you
there.
both should go. Then she'll be like the queen of her
Can
school.
you take 2 days? I'll shave. I'll tell
Totally.
you that right now. We'll get him into a
I
little tiny
will.
pencil mustache.
We
He'll
could
look-
do that. It's fine.
tuxedo tank tops?
Mhm.
It's happening.
Yeah, no, this is all good. I'm glad we talked about this.
Yeah.
I'm me too.
Well, I'm so glad to have you guys here. It's so nice to
All right,
finally
thank you.
meet you. Mark and Eric,
So much
Junior
fun.
Prom.
Thank y'all.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.